So living in Switzerland is expensive, right? It's like 25 francs for a salad, expensive. So it's really easy to feel like you're just surviving. But what if you're actually doing better than you think? So today, actually, I will show you 5 signs you are financially on track or even winning in Switzerland. Hey, it's Charlene. This is the channel where I share my 10 years finance and investing experience with you all for free. Like and subscribe for more. So let me guess, your salary hits your account and you feel like a millionaire for 48 hours. So then comes the bill, the rent, the insurance, a random 35 charge from a software subscription you don't even remember. But here is the real test. What is your account balance looking like on the 20th, before you receive your salary on the 25th? And are you eating out without guilt, or eating instant noodles and having the guilt at the same time? So if you're still feeling relaxed, your bills are covered, and this is the key. You're actually setting money aside for savings, and that is huge. Because if you can consistently saving 20% or more of your income every month in Switzerland, you're not just doing okay, you're actually financially crushing it. So the first sign you're doing great financially, you're saving at least 20% of your income every single month, and you're still breathing easy, so easy by the 25th. Okay, now let's talk about the second sign. So let's be real. Most people have no clue where their money goes. They just swipe, pay, and hope there's something left at the end of the month. But here is the better way. You don't need a spreadsheet with 47 different categories, just a rough structure like the 50-30-20 rule. You spend 50% on needs, rent, insurance, transportation, and 30% on wants. Restaurants, eating out, Netflix, overpriced oat milk lattes, for example. And 20% goes to savings and investing, like we just mentioned on the first sign, right? For future you. That's it. Simple, clear, no guilt. And if you can glance at your bank account and say, oh yes, I'm more or less on track with that, you are already ahead of 90% of the people. So the second sign you're financially doing great in Switzerland, you actually know where your money goes and your spending follows a system. Like I mentioned, 50-30-20 rule, not a surprise. Okay, now let's talk about sign number 3. Switzerland feels stable, right? Until it doesn't. One dentist visit probably costs you 2,000 sometimes. And lose your job, it takes months to find a new one, even with a perfect CV. And rough, you need to wait for a few months to get your first pay from rough if you lose your job. So what happens when life hits? Do you reach for your credit card or your emergency fund? So if you've got 3 to 6 months of expenses saved in cash, untouched, you're not just doing okay. You are confident, you make smarter choices because you're not desperate. And you don't have to take the first job offer that you ever get, or panic sell your ETFs because your boiler exploded. So the third sign you're financially solid in Switzerland, you've actually got an emergency fund in a savings account. And more importantly, you do not touch it unless there is an emergency. Okay, now let's talk about sign number 4. Let's talk about Switzerland's favorite retirement piggy bank, Pillar 3A. So actually, a lot of people don't even have one. And some people, they open one, they have one, they tick the box, they forget about it, and their money just sit there in cash, doing absolutely nothing. Like you're parking your savings in a basement and leaving the key with inflation, like park your Ferrari just in a really shabby garage. But you took one step further and you didn't get tricked into an insurance policy by an insurance company when you first arrived in Switzerland. I know a lot of people, they got tricked in that. And you didn't just contribute, you actually invested your Pillar 3A into stocks, into ETFs, into a strategy that growth that fits your plan. So you're not just saving, you're building future wealth and reducing your tax bill today. So that's really smart, and that's long-term thinking. So the fourth sign, you're doing great. You're not just having a Pillar 3A account, you're actually investing it based on your goals. Okay, now let's talk about the most important one. Most people stop at the Pillar 3A or 3 pillars and they tick the boxes, they just hope the system will take care of them. But you've taken a significant path, my friend, and you've realized that real freedom doesn't come from pensions, it comes from action. It comes from investing on your own terms. But here is the important thing. You're not just randomly buying a few stocks and a few ETFs here and there because you saw them on TikTok or on YouTube. You're not guessing. You've already built a simple but solid strategy. So one that matches your investment goals, your timeline, and your risk tolerance. So you're using ETFs, stocks, or funds with intention. You know why you are investing, and you know how to stick to the plan. So that mindset shift from just saving to building long-term wealth is massive. So the fifth and the most powerful and important sign you are actually doing great in Switzerland is that you are investing outside the pillar system with a strategy designed to give you freedom, not just one day, but on your terms. And if you're not there yet, but want to be, don't worry. Actually, I've created a free 90 minutes investment masterclass designed for total beginners living in Switzerland. In just 5 steps, I will show you how to build your first investment portfolio. No finance background needed, okay? So you can DM me on LinkedIn or on Instagram and I will send you the invite. Or you can sign up with the link in the video description area. So because the best time to invest was yesterday and the second best time is now. So now let's have a recap. Okay, so if you are saving 20% or more, you're tracking your spending, you're building an emergency fund, you're investing your Pillar 3A account, and if you're growing wealth outside the system through investing by yourself, you're not just doing okay in Switzerland, my friend, you're crushing it. But if you're missing 1 or 2 of these, no shame, just start now. And like I mentioned, if you're not sure how to get started with investing, like I mentioned, I've created a free 90 minutes training just for you. I will walk you through 5 beginner-friendly steps to build your first investment portfolio in Switzerland, live free, and retire early. No jargon, no pressure, just clarity. So you can DM me on LinkedIn or on Instagram. I will send you the invite right away. So I will see you in the free training.